प्यार से वतन में हो, प्यार से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में हो, अव्यक्त वतन में हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ
Om Shanti. Today, Bap Dada Today, Bap Dada is pleased to see the lines of fortune of the children everywhere. The lines of fortune, the lines of sparkling light are shining on the foreheads of the children. The lines of sparkling light are shining on the forehead of all the children. The line of the fortune of spirituality is visible in their eyes. The line of the fortune of elevated words is visible through their mouth. On their lips, on their lips, Baba is seeing the spiritual smile. On their hands, the lines of all godly treasures are visible. In every step taken in remembrance, Baba is seeing the line of multi-millions in each one's heart. In each one's heart, Baba is seeing the line of being absorbed in the Father's love. Each of you children is experiencing such elevated fortune. Are you not? Why? Because the Father Himself has drawn these lines of fortune with the Father Himself has drawn these lines of fortune with each one's with each one's pen of elevated action. The Father Himself has drawn these lines of fortune with each one's pen of elevated action. It is such elevated fortune. That it is imperishable. It is not just for this birth, but these are the imperishable lines of fortune for many births. The Father is imperishable
और अविनाशी भाग्य की रेखा
and the lines of fortune are also imperishable.
इस समय
At this time,
श्रेष्ठ कर्म के आधार पर
at this time,
सर्व रेखाएं
all the lines of fortune
प्राप्त होती है
are attained on the basis of the elevated actions.
इस समय का पुरुषार्थ
The effort of this time
अनेक जन्म के प्रारब्ध बना देती
the effort of this time creates the reward for many births.
बाप दादा सभी बच्चों के इस समय भी जो प्रारब्ध
Even at this time,
मिल रही है
even at this time, the reward all of you children are to receive for many births
इस जन्म में
Bab Dada
शरद
wishes that attainment of the reward for the effort of this time, even now.
की प्राप्ति अभी देखने चाहते
So Baba wishes to see the attainment of the reward for the effort of this time, even now,
भविष्य नहीं
not just in the future,
लेकिन अभी भी
but even now, all,
ये सब रेखाएं
but even now, all these lines should be experienced
सदा
constantly,
अनुभव में आए
not just in the future, but even now, all these lines should be experienced constantly.
क्योंकि
Why? Because
अभी के
it is
दिव्य
it is these divine sanskars of the present time, because it is these present sanskars of the present time which are creating your new world. So you have to check.
चेक करना आता है
Do you know how to check? You know how to check, don't you?
स्वयं के चेकर बनो
You have to become your own checker yourself.
अभी भी अनुभव होती है
So check, are you experiencing the lines of all fortune even now?
ऐसे तो नहीं समझते
Hope you don't think that hope you don't think that
कि ये प्रारब्ध
the reward of the
तुम्हें दिखाई देगी
efforts you make now will be experienced only at the end. Hope you don't think that, do you? That the reward of your effort will be visible only at the end.
अब है
The attainment is at this time,
प्रारब्ध का
and the reward also has to be experienced at this time.
भविष्य संसार
Baba is rhyming words. So sanskar and sansar. Sansar means world. So Baba is saying the sanskars for the future world, that is future sansar, the sanskars for the future sansar, that is world, have to be experienced, have to be experienced
जीवन में
in your life in a practical in a practical way now.
क्या चेक करो
So what should you check?
संसार के
So what should you check?
कारों को गायन करते हो
You praise the sanskars of the future world, that in the future world there will be one kingdom. You praise the sanskars of the future world, that in the future world there will be one kingdom. You remember that world, do you not?
कितने बार उस संसार में
Do you remember how many times you have ruled in that world?
याद है
Do you remember?
कि याद
Or
आने से
is it that you remember it only when Baba reminds you of it?
क्या थे उस स्मृति में है ना
You remember what you were.
लेकिन
It is in your awareness, is it not?
संस्कार
That of what you were. Are those sanskars,
अभी के
are those sanskars
जीवन में
in your
वार्धक्य रूप
practical life even at this time also? Are those sanskars also in your practical life at this time? So check. Now Baba is teaching us how to check. Check
मन में
in your mind,
बुद्धि में
in your intellect,
संबंध संपर्क में
in your relationships and connections, That is, in your life, do you have one kingdom only?
कभी कभी
Do you have one kingdom only?
आत्मा
Or
के
is
राज
it
के
that
साथ
sometimes, together with the
माया
soul's
का राज
rule,
भी तो
there
नहीं
is
है.
also the rule of Maya? Or is it that sometimes, together with the soul's rule, there's also the rule of Maya
जैसे भविष्य प्रारब्ध में
along with it? Just as in your future
एक ही
kingdom,
राज है,
there is
दो
just
नहीं है.
one kingdom, not two.
तो अभी भी
So too, now also,
दो राज तो नहीं है.
there aren't two kingdoms, are there? There aren't two kingdoms, are there? So one kingdom here means it's just the soul ruling.
जैसे भविष्य राज में
Just as in the future kingdom,
एक राज
together
के
with the
साथ
one kingdom,
एक धर्म
there is also one religion. There is also one religion along with the one kingdom. What religion is that?
संपूर्ण
It is the religion
पवित्रता
of
धारणा का
the dharana of complete purity. It is the religion of the dharana of complete purity.
तो अब भी चेक करो
So now check
कि पवित्रता संपूर्ण
is there complete purity? So now check, is there complete purity?
पवित्रता का नाम निशान नहीं.
There should not be even name or trace of impurity even in your dreams.
पवित्रता अर्थात
Purity means
संकल्प बोल
Baba's defining purity. Purity means to have
और समझ संपर्क
to have means to have just one dharana of complete purity in your thoughts, words, deeds, and relationships and connections. You should be brahmachari. You should be brahmachari. That means in your thoughts, words, deeds, relationships, and connections, there should be dharana of complete purity.
अपनी चेकिंग करने आती है.
Do you know how to check yourself?
अपनी चेकिंग
Those of you who know how to check yourself, raise your hand.
आती है.
You know how to check.
करते भी है.
And do you do that checking? Do you do the checking?
करते हैं.
Yes, do you do the checking?
करते हैं.
Do you? Do you? I was asking again, I was asking the teachers.
को आता है.
Do you know how to do your own checking?
ट्रैवल फॉरेनर्स को आता
What about double foreigners? You know how to do your own checking? Yes, raise your hand. You know how to do your own checking? Why Baba is saying this? That whether you know how to do your own checking, because of the purity of the present time. Because of the purity of the present time, even today, even today, people ask for purity from your non-living images. So people ask for purity from your non-living images even today because of the purity of the present time. So purity means one religion, which is established at this time, and that continues in the future. Similarly, what is the praise of the future? One kingdom, one religion, and together with that, constant happiness, peace, and prosperity. Constant happiness, peace, and prosperity. Akhand means continuous, unbroken. Unbroken happiness, unbroken peace, and unbroken akhand, everything akhand, wealth or prosperity. So, in your life of self-sovereignty now, that rule is the rule or kingdom of the world, but at this time you have self-sovereignty. So world sovereignty is of the future, but at present you have self-sovereignty. So check yourself. Check yourself. Imperishable happiness, godly happiness. Do you experience it to be imperishable in you? Godly happiness, and Baba is saying imperishable happiness. Do you experience it to be imperishable in you? Hope it isn't that you are experiencing happiness only on the basis of any means or facilities in which you possess. So hope you are not thinking of happiness only from these facilities which you are using. Actually, no wave of sorrow should be experienced at any time for any reason. You are not experiencing happiness on the basis of name, fame, or honor, are you? So check that in you, that you're not experiencing happiness on the basis of name, fame, or honor, or probably the means and facilities that you are using. Hope the happiness is not coming from that. Why? Because name, fame, honor means the means that you have, the facilities that you use, all these are imperishable and temporary.
तो विनाशी
You cannot receive
आधार से
imperishable happiness
अविनाशी सुख नहीं मिलता.
on the basis of perishable supports. You cannot receive imperishable happiness on the basis of perishable supports.
चेक करते जाओ,
So continue to check yourself, even now,
सुनते भी जाओ
whilst you are
और
listening
अपने में चेक
to
भी
Baba's
करते
Murli.
जाओ.
You should also be checking at this time in yourself,
ये आपके
and you will know how much
और भविष्य
you
संसार
will
की
know
आलमत में कितना
how much difference there is between the sanskars of the present time
आप
and the reward of the future world.
जन्मते ही बाप दादा से वायदा किया.
As you took birth, you all, or when you took your spiritual birth, you all promised something to Bap Dada. Do you remember that promise to you, or have you forgotten that promise?
कि हम
You
सभी
promised that all of you, at the time of your birth, you promised that all of you will become the Father's companions.
विश्व कल्याण
That you will become the Father's companions and be world benefactors
में संसार
and become the
बनाने
makers of the new world of peace and happiness. This is what you promised to Baba. Do you remember?
है अपना
Do you remember your promise? Do you remember? Raise your hand if you remember your promise. Those at the back also, raise your hand if you remember that you had made that promise when you took your spiritual birth. So, is this promise strong or does it get mixed sometimes?
नया संसार
You are the ones who are creating the new world on the basis of godly sanskars.
बनाने वाले
You are creating the new world, new sansar on the basis of godly sanskars.
अभी पुरुषार्थ नहीं करते.
So it's not a question of making effort only at this time,
पुरुषार्थ की
but you must also experience the reward of the effort even at this time. It's not just for the future, the reward of your effort.
शांति सुख के साथ
Together with happiness,
की भी
also check about peace. So it's peace, happiness,
शांत
and
वायुमंडल
prosperity. So together with happiness, also check about peace.
अशांत
Peaceless circumstances, peaceless atmosphere,
अशांत
but in that too, so peaceless circumstances, peaceless atmosphere, but in that too,
उसमें भी
but in that too,
सागर
you are the children of the ocean of peace. You are the children of the ocean of peace.
कमल पुष्प समान
You are always like lotus flowers. You're always like lotus flowers.
अशांति को भी शांति के वायुमंडल में
So,
परिवर्तन कर सकते हो.
even if the atmosphere is peaceless, but you experience peace, that should not be a big thing for you to experience peace in spite of peaceful atmosphere.
ये कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है.
So it's not a big thing to experience peace even in the midst of the atmosphere of peacelessness. However, your promise is that you are the ones who transform peacelessness into peace. So you are supposed to transform and not become peaceless yourself. So check.
परिवर्तक
You are checking yourself, are you not? Are you the transformers or not? Are you the transformers?
नहीं होना.
Hope you are not influenced by anything. Are you?
परिवर्तक हो.
You are transformers,
परिवर्तक
not the ones to be influenced.
कभी
Those who are transformers can never be influenced by anything. So Baba mentioned about happiness, then peace, and now wealth. Tan man dhan. So now about wealth. In this way about wealth.
अखुट संपत्ति
Limitless wealth.
वो स्वराजधिकारी की क्या है.
What is the wealth of the one who is the master of the self? Your wealth is knowledge,
गुण
virtues, and powers.
और शक्तियाँ.
Knowledge, virtues, and powers. That's your wealth.
राजधिकारी
These are the types of wealth of someone who is the self sovereign, the master of the self.
तो चेक करो.
So check.
ज्ञान के
So knowledge, virtues, and powers. So what you have to check? So now you now clearly know the essence of the whole expansion of knowledge, do you not?
स्पष्ट जान गए.
You now clearly know the essence of the whole expansion of knowledge, do you not?
का अर्थ ये
Knowledge does not mean
कि सिर्फ भाषण किया कोर्स.
that you gave courses, you gave lectures, but knowledge means understanding. Understanding. No, that's the meaning of knowledge.
तो हर संकल्प
So, every thought,
कर्म
every act or deed, every word, so in all these three, in thoughts, words, actions, or deeds, knowledge means being sensible and acting in a sensible and doing in a sensible way. So, do you do everything while being knowledgeful?
सर्व गुण
Now, but virtues. Do all virtues remain immersed in your practical life? Do all virtues remain immersed in your practical life?
सर्व है.
Do you have all virtues
यथाशक्ति
or do you have them according to your capacity?
इसी प्रकार
Now the third one, powers. In the same way, all the powers. Your title is master with all powers. Your title is Master with all powers.
Master, Sarvashaktivan,
Master Almighty.
Shaktivan nahi
It's not just uh, mighty, but almighty.
to Sarvashaktya.
So Master Almighty. So do you have all the powers
संपन्न है
to their fullest extent? Do you have all the powers to their fullest extent?
दूसरी बात
And second thing,
सर्वशक्तियाँ
do all the powers
समय पर
work at the right time?
कार्य करती है
Do all the powers work at the right time?
समय पर हासिल होती है
Are they present at the right
या
time?
समय बीत जाता है
Or do you remember them
फिर याद
only when the time for using them has gone by?
तो चेक करो
That is, you remember them after
नई बात
that moment has passed. So check all these three things: one kingdom, one religion, and imperishable happiness, peace, and prosperity, wealth.
क्यों नए संसार में
Why is Baba saying this? Because
बातें
all these things, because in the new world, all these things that you experience now at this time of self-sovereignty will not be experienced there in the new world. Knowledge, virtues, powers, there won't be any comparison that now you have them or you don't have them. So Baba is saying you have to, all these things can be experienced only at this time.
अभी से
Only when
ये संसार
these sanskars emerge from now,
तब उस
will
अनेक
they
जन्म
continue
प्रालब्ध के रूप में
in the form of a reward in the future many births.
ऐसे तो नहीं समझ
Hope you are not thinking that
के धारण कर
you are still imbibing them,
हो जाएगा
that it will happen,
अंत
that it will definitely happen by the end.
बाप दादा ने
No. Bap Dada has already given you a signal in advance that the practice over a long period of time at the present time is the basis of the attainment over a long period of time.
नहीं सोच
Do not think that it will happen at the end,
होना ही
but it has to happen now.
क्यों
It has to happen now. Why? Because
अधिकार
if you have to claim the right to being the master of the world, you have to be the master of the self. The practice of that has to be now for a long period of time.
अधिकारी नहीं बन
If you are not able to have a right in one birth
अधीन
and you become dependent, then how can you have rights for many births?
इसलिए
This is why,
दादा सभी
this is why Bap Dada
सारों
is,
बच्चों
is repeatedly signaling to all the children everywhere. Bap Dada is repeatedly signaling to all the children everywhere that the speed of time is now moving very fast. The speed of time is now moving very fast.
की रफ्तार तीव्र गति में जा रही
So, as the speed of time is now moving very fast,
इसलिए सभी बच्चों को
so all the children mustn't, all the children mustn't just become effort makers, but must become intense effort makers. But must become intense effort makers.
पुरुषार्थ की
And
प्रालब्ध का
experience the reward of the effort over a long period of time now.
करना है तीव्र पुरुषार्थ की
Bap Dada has already
निशानियाँ
Bap Dada has already told you earlier the signs of intense effort makers.
बाप दादा ने
The signs of intense effort, Bap Dada has already told you of these signs.
तीव्र
An
पुरुषार्थ
intense effort maker. Baba is repeating what signs will there be an intense effort maker. An intense effort maker will always be a master bestower. An intense effort maker will always be a master bestower. He will not be the one who takes, that is Levta, but he will be the one who gives, Devta. Not that he will say, if I have this, I can make effort. If this one changes, then I will change. If this one does that, then I will do. This is not the sign of a bestower. That you wait for the other one to do first and then you do. No, this is not the sign of a bestower.
कोई
Whether someone does it or not, but I should continue to do it. The same way as Bap Dada, like Brahma Baba. You saw him in the Sakar form, didn't you?
बच्चे
He never said that I will do it only if the children do it. No. But he would say, I will do it first and then inspire the children to do it. So,
पुरुषार्थ की
this is the first sign of intense effort maker. He will be a bestower. The second sign of intense effort is to remain constantly humble. This is a sign of intense effort to remain constantly humble, even while carrying out a constructive task. Again, Baba's rhyming Nirman and Nirman. So, even while carrying out a constructive task, which is Nirman, you have to be Nirman, that is humble. There has to be the balance of both Nirman and Nirman, being constructive and being humble together at the same time. Balance of both. Why? Because when you carry out a task with humility, you receive love and blessings from everyone's heart. When you carry out a task with humility, you receive love and blessings from everyone's heart. Bab Dada has seen that in being constructive, that is, on the field of service, so being constructive means that on the field of service nowadays, everyone is making new plans with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm. So, in being constructive on the field of service, you are making many new plans with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm. So, for this, Bap Dada is congratulating all the children everywhere for being so constructive and making new plans of service with zeal and enthusiasm. Bap Dada has received many very good plans for constructive service. Bap Dada has received these plans from children, many very good plans for constructive service. However, Bap Dada saw that although the constructive tasks that you have planned are very good, but to the extent that you have, zeal and enthusiasm for service, if you are just as much balanced also in the stage of humility. So, along with the constructive work of zeal and enthusiasm, lots of plans you make, but along with that, if you are just as much balanced in the stage of humility, then in the construction, that is, in the task of constructive service, there will be greater success in a more visible form. There will be more success in a more visible form. So again, Baba is saying you have to keep a balance of constructive work and humility. Then there will be more success. Bap Dada has also told you earlier that you have to have a humble nature. Your nature should be very humble. To have humility in your words. So you should have humility in your nature, humility in your words, and humility in your stage. And with that humility, when you come into relation and with that humility, you come into relationship and connection with others. They sing the praise of deities, but in fact it is the praise of Brahmins. It is said for the deities
उनके मुख से
that the words the deities
बोल
speak,
निकलते
the words the deities
वो
speak
जैसे
through their lips are like
हीरे
diamonds and pearls.
अमूल्य
That is, they are so invaluable, the words that they speak, the words which emerge from their lips.
निर्मल
They are like diamonds and pearls, so valuable they are. So pure and gentle words, pure and gentle nature, pure and gentle words, pure and gentle nature. So Bap Dada,
कि निर्मल वाणी
Bap Dada,
निर्माण स्थिति
so what did Bap Dada observe? That humble words,
उसमें
constructive stage,
अभी
in these two things, Baba is
अटेंशन
Baba is speaking very positive. You have to pay attention in them. So you have to pay attention to that.
बाप दादा ने पहले खजाने के 3 खाते जमा करो ये पहले बता
Bap Dada has told you earlier that you have to accumulate 3 accounts of your thoughts, words, and actions, your deeds.
3
So, what
खाते कौन
result
से
did he see?
वो तो याद होगा ना
You remember the 3 accounts, don't you?
फिर भी रिवाइज कर रही है
Nevertheless, Bap Dada is now revising those 3 accounts. One is
भारत से
with your effort,
जमा
increase your account of accumulation. This is one type of account. That is with your own effort, you increase your account of accumulation. Second account,
स्वयं भी
always remain content yourself
और
and
दूसरे
make
को
others content too. So the account of that.
करें
One is the accumulation of account of your own efforts. Secondly, how much you content you remain with yourself and make others content too. Remain content and make others content whilst knowing that there are different sanskars. For through this you are able to accumulate in your account of blessings.
दुआओं का खाता
So you will increase your account of blessings in this way if you make others content by remaining content yourself. If for any reason, there is, for any reason, if there is something lacking
करने में
in making
कमी रह जाती
others content, something is missing in making others content, it doesn't accumulate in the account of charity. It doesn't accumulate in the account of charity. Contentment
पुण्य की
is the key to charity.
रहना
How much you are content yourself and how much you make others content. This is the key to charity, charitable actions. Whether it is to remain content yourself or in making others content. So and third, in service to always be altruistic.
मैंपन नहीं,
You should not have the consciousness of I.
मैंने
I did this, or my
या
name,
मेरा
my name should be mentioned. I should be praised for it because I did it. So this consciousness of I, where there is the consciousness of I and mine,
और मेरापन
the consciousness of I and mine
जहाँ सेवा में
in service, if all these two words come, I and mine in service, so where there is the consciousness of I and mine in service,
खाता
there you will not be able to accumulate in the account of charity. So even if there's little bit of I and mine,
मेरापन
it will not be accumulated in the account of charity.
अनुभव
You are experienced in the consciousness of mine.
रायल रूप
There is a lot of consciousness of mine, even in a royal way.
रायल रूप क्या मेरेपन
The list of the royal consciousness of mine is even longer than the list of the consciousness of mine in an ordinary way. So, royal form of saying mine is longer than the ordinary way of saying mine. Whenever there is
मेरेपन
whenever there is the selfish motive of I or mine,
निस्वार्थ
where there is selfish motive of I and mine, and you are not altruistic, then very little charity is accumulated in your account because you are not serving in an altruistic way.
मेरेपन की लिस्ट फिर कभी
Baba will tell you at some other time about the list of mine. It is very, very subtle how you say mine. It's very long and very subtle list.
बाप दादा ने देखा
So Bap Dada has seen
अपने
that
पुरुषार्थ
in your efforts,
से यथाशक्ति
that in your efforts, you're all accumulating in your account according to your own capacity.
अपना खाता जमा कर रहे हैं, लेकिन
However, there is now a need to increase the account of blessings and the account of charity. So there's now a need to increase the account of blessings and the account of charity.
इसलिए
This is why
तीनों खाते
you have to pay more attention to accumulate in these three accounts. So you remember the three accounts? Your effort, your own effort in that accumulation. Then second was contentment, being content and making others contented. And third, in service, no consciousness of I and mine.
अभी भी
The variety of sanskars
दिखाई
will be visible even now,
सबके संसार
as no one's sanskars have become complete yet.
अभी संपन्न नहीं हुए,
So you haven't become complete yet, and therefore the sanskars of everyone will be visible. However, now I should not be influenced. What do you have to think? That now I should not be influenced by the weak nature or weak sanskars of others. I should not be influenced by them, by the weak nature of someone or weak sanskars of others. And what do you think? What self respect you should have? I am a master with all powers, a master, almighty authority.
शक्तिशाली नहीं है,
Weak sanskars are not powerful.
मुझ
Weak sanskars
सर्वशक्ति
cannot influence me as I am master, almighty authority, the one with all powers. So no weak sanskars should influence me.
का साधन है,
The means of safety, how will you remain safe in spite of weak sanskars of others? The means of safety is to stay under Bap Dada's canopy of protection. Remain combined with Bap Dada.
श्रीमत
Shri Mat is the canopy of protection. Shri Mat is the canopy of protection. Okay, what is to be done now?
बाबा इस टर्न में सेवा का टर्न ईस्टर्न जोन बंगाल, बिहार, उड़ीसा, आसाम, नेपाल, काठमांडू और साथ में तमिलनाडु जोन.
So it's a turn of Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, Assam, Nepal, and Tamil Nadu. And Baba's telling them to stand up. So it's a big zone. Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, Assam, Nepal, Tamil Nadu. It is very good, Baba saying, that those of all the zones have created a good method to take a chance. Acha. Acha. Have any of you created a new invention for service? Have any of you created a new invention for service? Have you thought of a new type of service? Okay, special teachers of all the different zones, raise your hand. All the teachers. Who's the main teacher? Who are the main teachers of different zones? Main teachers. Not just one zone head, but from different zones, head one from each zone, head of that zone. So the head of each of the places, raise your hand. Acha, so what plan of newness in service have you created? What newness in service, what plan of newness in service have you created? Those teachers in the front? Have the teachers in the front made any plans? Or are you making plans? You are making plans. Because your zone has a lot of expansion. So much service can be done in your zones. Lot of expansion can be done. There are so many souls and so many states, so many villages. where you can serve.
ऐसा प्लान बनाओ
So make such a plan.
जैसे
So Baba is giving an example. Bap Dada has seen that that in the countries abroad, special those of Africa, you know what they did in Africa? They just didn't make a plan, but also covered the whole area practically. They went to every country of Africa and served there.
तो आपकी तरफ
So on your side too,
बहुत एरिया
there are many areas where you can
लोग
serve so many
समय
people
समाप्त होने पर वंचित रह जाएंगे
may be left deprived if the at the end
कोई प्लान बना
if you don't make efforts to serve them.
बाप
All of
बैठ
you
जाओ
have to
बैठ जाओ
come together to plan. You have to plan together. Baba Sinam, sit down, sit down. Look, Bap Dada
सभी बच्चे
has given all the children
वक्त उत्साह और हिम्मत
has Bap Dada has given to all the children
का वरदान
an equal blessing
एक
of
जैसा
courage, zeal, and enthusiasm. All the
किसको
children
ज्यादा है
have been given all this
किसको
equally.
कम नहीं दिए
It's not that Bap Dada has given more to
एक
some
हिम्मत
and less to others.
और उमंग
So,
उत्साह
so
सबको एक जैसा
Baba
मिला
has
है
given everyone alike.
जहाँ उमंग
So,
उत्साह
where there is zeal and
वहाँ हिम्मत
enthusiasm,
है
there is also courage.
क्या नहीं हो सकता
And if there is zeal, enthusiasm, and courage, then what cannot be achieved? Even the impossible can become possible where there is zeal, enthusiasm, and courage.
सभी पूछते हैं
Everyone is asking because this is the Murli of,
आगे क्या करना है
this is the last Murli of the season. So children are asking Baba because it is video of 31st March 2007. So the last Murli of the season. So they're asking Baba what has to be done now.
याद है
So and they're asking what is to happen in the future. And Baba is saying
स्टेज
that
पर
Bab Dada's thought is that now at the most
चांस
take a chance on a ready-made stage. Go on the stage of others, you know, in their programs. You should be
को सहयोगी
invited and you speak on their stage and then make them cooperative in your task. Make them cooperative and you just give them sakash.
दादा ने
Then when they come on your stage, they speak for you. When that you give them sakash.
सहयोगी
Bab Dada has seen that in every zone there are those who are loving and cooperative according to their capacity.
लेकिन
But now make them
उनको
companions in service.
सेवा के साथी बनाओ
Make them companions in service.
उनको भी
Give them wings of zeal and enthusiasm.
है चारों ओर
Everywhere there are such people
क्योंकि बाप दादा
whom you can make loving and cooperative and give them wings of zeal and enthusiasm. Because Bap Dada tours around, doesn't he? So Bap Dada sees everything. Bap Dada sees his own children
देखते हैं
and he sees his own children and he also sees the cooperative souls.
माओ को भी देखते हैं
The cooperative souls, he sees them also.
बाप दादा की नजर में
They too are in Bap Dada's vision. but they haven't been given a chance yet.
practical chance नहीं लिए
They have not taken a practical chance. You haven't given them a chance, or they haven't taken a practical chance. So this year, make them instruments. Make them instruments.
सहयोगियों
Make the loving and cooperative souls enthusiastic. You'll have to make them enthusiastic. They will not become on their own, but you'll have to make them. Otherwise, they too will complain to you that you didn't tell them that we can do something. You didn't tell them what to do. That
इसलिए
therefore now Therefore, now become those who give them a chance to serve with zeal and enthusiasm. Okay, now Baba will speak to double foreigners.
बाबा इस ग्रुप में
Baba
500
is saying
के करीब विदेशी
500 double foreigners have come.
500 डबल विदेशी हैं।
500 double foreigners have come. All stand up, double foreigners all stand up. All double foreigners stand up. Bab Dada always says double foreigners are the special decoration of Madhuban. All double foreigners are the special decoration of Madhuban. "500 double foreigners are here. So you are the special decoration of Madhuban.
अपने अपने उमंग
Just as this land, Bharat, is moving forward with its own zeal and enthusiasm, the lands abroad are also no less.
विदेश ने भी
The foreign lands,
थोड़े समय में
the foreign lands have also brought about good expansion in a short time.
अभी सिर्फ
Now, the foreign lands have to take one prize. You have to take one prize. Should Baba tell you which prize you should take? Especially the double foreigners. What prize you should take? Everywhere you have to take the prize of keeping the balance of self and service. This is what you have to do. In this, you have to take the prize of keeping balance of self and service. Do you like this, double foreigners? Keeping the balance of self and service. Raise your hand if you like it. You want to claim a prize? Sure, you want to claim a prize? Raise your hand if you want to claim a prize. Okay, welcome, Baba Singh. Welcome to take the prize. Welcome in advance, the ones who are going to take the prize. Okay, okay. Now you may sit down. Okay. Now,
जो ड्रिल बताई
now, do you remember the drill that Bap Dada taught you?
5-5 मिनट
Throughout the whole day, you have to perform this drill for 5 minutes, many times.
करनी है
5 minutes, many times for 5 minutes. Have you done that drill? Those who have performed this drill, raise your hand. 5 minutes, the 5 forms Baba talks about. Have you done this drill? Have you done this drill? Very few have raised your hand.
क्यों
Why? Baba's asking why only few have raised the hand.
तो थोड़ा टाइम की
You have only done it for a short time. Is that why you are not raising your hand? You have not done it for a long time. Then now, what will you do now?
कम से कम
So So Baba is saying, at the very least,
कम से कम
should Baba tell you, the least you can do.
कम से कम
At least Baba is saying, the minimum that you can do is
8 बारी
at
सारे
least 8 times in the whole day. If you can do it 8 times in the whole day. Can you do that?
इसमें हाथ
Not again and again. Now raise your hand in this. If you can do it at least 8 times, will you do it? Will you do it?
फिर जब सीजन शुरू
Then when the next season will start,
दूसरे सीजन
so when the next season will start next year, Bab Dada will again ask you.
सभी से रिजल्ट
Baba will take the result from you.
पीछे एक बात बताएंगे
And then Baba will tell you what to do next. Now Baba won't say that. Baba will tell you only after Baba gets the result from you.
मधुबन वाले तो करेंगे
And what about those of Madhuban? You also will do it, won't you? You are number one, no? First in number.
तो इस वर्ष का होमवर्क इस सीजन
So this season's homework for all of you
होमवर्क दूसरी सीजन तक
till the next season.
कम से कम 8 बारी
At least 8 times during the day, you have to do this drill of being the embodiment of those 5 forms Baba mentions.
करनी है
It's not that we will try. No, you have to do it.
तो 1 घंटे में
Don't miss it.
अनेक बार करके
If you, it,
पीछे
how Baba is saying, if you forget to do during the daytime, then even at night, before going to bed, do it 8 times if you didn't do during the whole day. 8 times at night and then go to bed. Don't go to bed without doing that 8 times during the day. If not, then at least at night you do 8 times and then go to bed.
बहुत अच्छा
Okay, very good.
टीचर्स का
Teachers,
सुता ही पहले का
the teachers should do it first to create such an atmosphere. The atmosphere of the teachers will automatically spread everywhere.
आज
Today,
बाप दादा
today,
सभी
Bap Dada wants
ये देखना चाहते
to see everyone now.
अभी अभी देखना चाहते
Even now, Baba wants to see that how
एक सेकंड
in 1 second,
स्वराज
if you are able to be seated on the seat of self-sovereignty, Baba wants to see that now. If you are able to be seated on the seat of self-sovereignty with the sanskars of controlling power and ruling power in an emerged form,
बैठ सकते हैं
in 1 second, if you can be in that stage,
सेकंड में
in 1 second,
3 मिनट
for at least 2 to 3 minutes,
राज
be seated on the seat of a self-sovereign.
सेट हो जाओ
Be seated on the seat of a self-sovereign. And now Baba will conduct drill for some time. Okay.
बच्चों की याद प्यार
Baba has received love and remembrance through the letters and all
और
the
साथ
facilities of
जो भी साइंस के साधन
Baba has received love and remembrance through letters and all the facilities of science, that is through emails, WhatsApp, whatever. All the facilities of science from all the children everywhere. Their love and remembrance have reached Bap Dada. Many children,
समाचार भी
many children
बहुत बच्चे
write and also tell the news of their heart to Bap Dada
ध्यान में भी सुनाते
in their heart and also in their heart-to-heart conversations. They write to Baba and send letters, and also this they have a heart-to-heart conversation with Bap Dada. Bap Dada is responding to all the children
रिस्पॉन्ड दे रही है
for all their letters, their yad pyar in different ways. So Baba says, the Lord is always pleased with a true heart.
सहबराजी
The Lord is always pleased with a true heart.
दिल की दुआएं
Bap Dada's love from his heart
और दिल का दुला
and blessings from his heart
बाप दादा
are especially for those souls.
विशेष और आत्मावृत है चारों ओर के
All those who have given their news from everywhere
समाचार देते हैं
and
सभी अच्छे
all the news that you have given, all those who have given the news from everywhere, and all the plans that you have made with very good zeal and enthusiasm, and written to Baba or told Bap Dada. Bap Dada is congratulating you for those and is always giving you a blessing.
बढ़ते
Continue to move forward and make others move forward. This is a blessing Baba is giving to the children who write to Baba, who have written to Baba. Continue to move forward and make others move forward. Okay. Now, Yad Pyar
बाप दादा
to all Bap Dada's children,
कोटों में
to all Bap Dada's children who are the handful out of multi-millions.
श्रेष्ठ भाग्यवान
A
बच्चों
handful out of multi-millions, and to the few most elevated, fortunate children of that handful,
विशेष याद प्यार
Bap Dada's special love and remembrance.
बाप दादा सभी बच्चों को
Bap Dada is
हिम्मत
congratulating all the children for their courage
उत्साह
and zeal and enthusiasm.
मुबारक भी दे रहे
Bap Dada is congratulating all the children for their courage and zeal and enthusiasm.
आगे
For the future too,
बढ़ने की
for the future too, Baba is giving multi-million fold blessings for becoming an intense effort maker and keeping a balance. So multi-million-fold blessings for that, for becoming an intense effort maker and keeping a balance.
सभी के भाग्य क्या सितारा सदा चमकता रहे.
Baba is also giving you the blessing that the star of everyone's fortune always remains sparkling, and that you continue to increase the fortune of others.
भी दुआएं दे रहे.
So, the blessing that the star of everyone's fortune always remains sparkling, and that you continue to increase the fortune of others.
और के बच्चे
All the children everywhere
अपने अपने स्थान पर
at their own places
सुन भी रहे
are
हैं,
listening and seeing too.
और बाप दादा
And Bap Dada
भी सभी
is
चारों
also seeing the children everywhere,
और बैठे बच्चों को
even those sitting far away. Baba is seeing them and is pleased with them.
देखते रहो.
Continue to see and always continue to increase the beauty of Madhuban. So continue to see there also wherever you are, and also continue to increase the beauty of Madhuban by coming here to Madhuban. In this way you increase the beauty of Madhuban. To all the children, Namaste. To all the children, Namaste with blessings from the heart. Om Shanti.
तुम्हारा प्यार ओ बाबा ओ बाबा तुम्हारा प्यार ओ बाबा सुखों का सार देता है. तुम्हारा प्यार ओ बाबा सुखों का सार देता है. तुम्हारी याद में खुशियों का सब संसार मिलता है. तुम्हारी याद में खुशियों का सब संसार मिलता है. तुम्हारा प्यार ओ बाबा
So this is the Murli of 31st March 2007. 13 years ago, Baba spoke this Murli.
प्यारे बाप दादा
Okay,
ने
Om
स्वराज्य
Shanti,
अधिकारी बच्चों
Baba.
को बहुत सुंदर ड्रिल कराई
और हमें 3
performed a
बातों
very
पर विशेष
beautiful
ध्यान
drill
खिंचवाया। अभी हम
for self-sovereignty
दादी
and
जानकी
also
जी के
mentioned
विशेष
about
वीडियो
the
देखेंगे।
3
दादी जानकी जी ने आप सबको
certificates.
बहुत बहुत याद
Dadi
की हैं
Janki has
और प्यारे
sent a
बाप दादा
video
ने तो हम
from the
बच्चों को
hospital,
क्या क्या
and
करना 3 बातों पर
so
विशेष ने
we will watch that
सभी भाई
video.
बहनें
Please
बैठी
sit
रहेंगी।
down
अभी आप
because
सबको
now you are
हॉल
going
में बैठे
to
हुए भाई बहनों को
watch
टोली
that
मिलेगी।
video of Dadi
कोई भी टोली
Janki.
लिए बिना
No
नहीं
one should go
जाएंगे,
without
सब बैठ
taking
जाएं।
Toli
हमारी
to.
दादियाँ हमारे
The
साथ हैं।
Dadis are
हम
with
रतन
us.
मोहिनी दादी जी से भी
We will
वरदानी
also
बोल
hear from
सुनेंगे।
Ratan
कोई
Moini
भी
Dadi.
अकेले नहीं,
Nobody
सब
should
बैठ जाएं।
get up. Okay.
अच्छा, अब इसके बाद दादी जानकी जी ने आप सबको बहुत सुंदर याद दी है। अब इसके बाद हम आदरणीय दादी रतन मोहिनी
Oh,
जी
I
से
don't think
आज के शुभ
there's
अवसर
video,
पर
but Dadi Janki
वरदानी
has
बोल
sent Yad
सुनेंगी।
Pyar.
दादी रतन मोहिनी जी से प्यारे बाबा ने तो हमको 3 बातों पर विशेष ध्यान खिंचवाया है। संतुष्ट रहना है और संतुष्ट करना है। पुण्य का दवाएं जमा करनी है, पुण्य का खाता जमा करना है। अब हमारी
Okay.
आदरणीय
Now we
दादियाँ
will hear
जो
from
सदा
Dadi
हमें
Ratan
हर
Moini.
प्रकार से
The
बाप
Dadis
दादा
are
के साथ
always
भरपूर करती रहती
filling
हैं।
us up,
आदरणीय
making
दादी
us
रतन मोहिनी जी से
strong,
सुनेंगे
powerful.
और उसके बाद मधुरवाणी ग्रुप वाले भी तैयार रहेंगे।
And after that, there'll be Madhurvani group song from Madhurvani group. Okay, Om Shanti. I will leave now and I hand over the mic to Sister Grishma.
सभी बैठ जाएं, कोई आवाज नहीं करेगा। सब बैठ जाएं। जाने वाले भाई बहने सब बैठ जाएं। टोली लिए बिना कोई भी नहीं जाएगा। आप सभी को हॉल में बैठी हुई टोली मिलेगी। सभी भाई बहनों से अनुरोध है, कृपया अपने स्थान पर बैठ जाएं। आदरणीय रतन मोहिनी दादी जी के प्रेरणा के बोल हम सभी सुनेंगे।
हम लोग को सुनने में ही मुश्किल।
सभी बैठ जाएं, कोई जाएंगे नहीं। अभी हम आदरणीय दादी रतन मोहिनी जी से वरदानी बोल सुनेंगे। हॉल में बैठे हुए सभी भाई बहनों को टोली मिलेगी। टोली लेकर के ही बैठ जाएं।
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
अभी अभी हम सभी ने इतना समय शांति पूर्वक सभी ने
We were all sitting very peacefully. We were listening to Baba's version.
अच्छी अच्छी बातें बाबा ने कही।
Baba spoke many good things.
अभी आप सभी ने जो कुछ भी सुना है,
Now, what all you have
जो भी
heard,
हम सभी ने सुना है,
what all we have heard,
उसको अपने अंदर
we have to
करना है।
churn within ourselves.
करते
And while churning,
हम आगे बढ़ाते रहना।
we have to put our step forward.
तो हम बच्चों को बहुत अच्छी शिक्षाएं दी।
Baba gave us very good teachings. We have to imbibe those teachings
मनन करके
and we have to churn the ocean of knowledge.
वो शक्ति
We have to fill power within ourselves.
सदा
We have to awaken the powers
देते रहें।
and we have to continue to give happiness to everyone.
है उन
And whatever Baba has said,
अपने जीवन
we have to imbibe in our life,
सबको बाप का संदेश
and we have to give Baba's message to everyone.
इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आप सभी ने शांति पूर्वक बैठ करके सुना।
You were all sitting very peacefully, and therefore, congratulations for everyone for that.
ओम शांति।
गॉडलीवुड स्टूडियो के बंगाली डिपार्टमेंट के साथ मिलकर के काठमांडू नेपाल की ओर से एक बहुत सुंदर सीडी बनाई गई है जो
A very beautiful CD is prepared by Kathmandu, Nepal,
बॉलीवुड के हरिलाल भाई
and
जी से
Harilal Bai from Bollywood Godlywood Studio. He has prepared a very beautiful CD.
दीदी किरण बहन और उनके साथी मंच पर आए।
There is Sister Raj from Nepal, and they will now release the CD.
मिलकर के दादी रतन मोहिनी जी इस सीडी का विमोचन करेंगे।
Dadi Ratan Mohini will now release the CD.
सीडी का विमोचन होगा। आप अपने स्थान पर बैठ करके ताली की मधुर ध्वनि से अपनी खुशी प्रकट करेंगे और एक बहुत सुंदर गीतों की सीडी जो कि
It is a very beautiful CD of all beautiful songs.
और आप सभी करतल ध्वनि से अपनी खुशी प्रकट करेंगे। और
You will
उसके
all
बाद
express your
मधुर
happiness
वाणी
by
बहुत सुंदर
clapping
गीत
hands.
प्रस्तुत करने जा रहा है। गीत से
Madhurbani
पहले
group
हम आपको
will
बता दें
sing a
कि
very
सभी को
beautiful
हॉल में
song.
टोली मिल रही है, कोई भी टोली लिए
Everyone
बिना
are
नहीं
getting
जाएंगे।
toli in the
और
hall.
साथ साथ जिन भाई बहनों ने अभी तक सौगात नहीं ली है, कल प्रातः
The brothers and sisters who haven't taken gift from Baba's home, they will get the gift in the conference hall tomorrow before breakfast.
भाई बहनों ने अभी तक सौगात नहीं ली है, कल प्रातः मुरली क्लास के बाद नाश्ते से पहले कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल में बैठेंगे, उन्हें सौगात मिलेगी और हॉल में सभी को टोली मिल रही है। सभी मधुर वाणी ग्रुप का सुंदर गीत सुनेंगे।
Now we will listen to a very beautiful song by the Madhurvani group. The line of the song is, children have come from far away, they have come to meet Baba, they are speaking to Baba.
हेलो ओम शांति। ये होली का सुअवसर है, तो आई होली की बहार है उमंगों की
This is the special occasion of Holi. There is only happiness and happiness. So, greetings of Holi to everyone.
एक बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ प्यारे बाप दादा को सबको होली की बधाई भी देते हैं।
बड़ी दूर से बच्चे आए हम तुम्हें यूं ही मिलने आया है।
बड़ी दूर से बच्चे आए हम, तुम्हें यूं ही मिलने आना है।
ओ मेरे मीठे बाबा,
हमें तुमसे मिलन मनाना है। ओ मेरे प्यारे बाबा,
हमें हर पल मिलन मनाना है। अपने बच्चों का
से खाए और बढ़ाते हो। अपनी सूरत से तेरी सूरत सबको दिखाना है। ओ मेरे मीठे बाबा, हमें तुमसे मिलन बनाना है। ओ मेरे प्यारे बाबा, हमें हर पल मिलन बनाना है।
साकार में हो अव्यक्त में हो हर हाल में मिलने आते हो।
अपने आने और मिलने का सबको एहसास दिलाते हो।
साकार में हो अव्यक्त में हो हर हाल में मिलने आते हो।
अपने आने और मिलने का सबको एहसास दिलाते हो। हमें कभी खजाना देता तो सबका खजाना है। ओ मेरे मीठे बाबा, हमें तुमसे मिलन बनाना है। ओ मेरे प्यारे बाबा,
हर पल मिलन मनाना है।
तालियों के साथ बाप दादा को बधाई देते हैं।
तूने सृष्टि की पिचकारी से हम पर वो रंग लगाया है।
वरदानी वाणी से हम पर रूहानी गुलाल उड़ाया है।
तूने सृष्टि की पिचकारी से हम पर वो रंग लगाया है।
वरदानी वाणी से हम पर रूहानी गुलाल उड़ाया है। हम होली कराए, होली मनाए, होली बनाना है। ओ मेरे मीठे बाबा, हमें तुमसे मिलन बनाना है। ओ मेरे प्यारे बाबा,
हमें हर पल मिलन मनाना है। हमें तुमसे मिलन मनाना है। हमें हर पल मिलन मनाना है। हमें तुमसे मिलन मनाना है।
बहुत सुंदर। एक बार करतल ध्वनि से मधुरवाणी ग्रुप का भी हम
Very beautiful.
धन्यवाद करते हैं। और
We
अब
will
इसके बाद हम
thank
सुनेंगे
Madhurvani
आदरणीय
group.
भ्राता
Now we will
जी से
listen to
आज के
Brother
शुभ
Nirvair.
अवसर पर वरदानी बोल। और
On this
उसके
special
बाद फिर
occasion,
सुनेंगे
we will listen to
आदरणीय
Brother
भ्राता
Nirvair,
लक्ष्मण भाई
the
जी
words
से।
of
अभी हम
blessings.
सुनते हैं आदरणीय भ्राता निर्भय भाई जी से। माइक देना। सभी भाई बहनें ध्यान देंगे। अभी 5-10 मिनट और बैठेंगे। हमारे वरिष्ठ भाइयों के द्वारा बहुत सुंदर वरदानी बोल सुनेंगे। और कोई भी बाहर नहीं जाए, आवाज़ नहीं करे। हॉल में आप सबको टोली मिल रही है। टोली लिए बिना कोई भी नहीं जाएंगे।
ओम शांति। भाई फिर से बोलो ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
दादी जानकी जी की विशेष याद
Dadi Janki's special remembrance. You all have attained it.
दादी रतन मोहिनी जी ने तो डायरेक्ट आपको याद प्यार दे ही
Dadi
दिया।
Ratan Mohini gave love and remembrance directly. Today is the day of
सभी
Holi,
बहनों और भाइयों को
and therefore
विशेष होली की बहुत
special greetings of Holi for all of you, brothers and sisters.
मुबारक हो।
Congratulations.
भ्राता जगदीश चंद्र जी ने लेख लिखा था एक,
Brother Jagdish Chandra has written a
to be holy,
article,
और प्रैक्टिकल देख रहे हैं कि
Be
हमारे
holy and
समाज के
remain
अंदर
holy.
या जो भी देश विदेश में ये सुन रहे हैं, वो
In this
सभी
land and
बाबा के
abroad,
होली
everyone are
वंश हैं।
listening and everyone are Baba's holy swan.
अलौकिक होली की
So to all the holy swans of the world,
बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो,
very, very
और
congratulations.
सदा एवर हैप्पी रहें।
Remain ever happy.
होली होंगे तो एवर हैप्पी
If you are ever holy, you will remain ever happy, remain ever healthy.
और सबको आप समान बनाने की जो बाबा ने आज वाणी
And
में
today Baba in his version said that you have to make everyone equal to yourself.
सेवा करके
So do this special service,
होली होली
and within the whole world celebrate Holi.
शांति।
Om Shanti.
बहुत सुंदर होली की मुबारकों से आपने स्वयं को भरपूर किया और बाबा ने
Very
भी
beautifully,
ज्ञान
Brother
रत्नों की
Nirvair
होली से
filled everyone with a special congratulations of Holi. Now we will listen to Brother Brijmohan.
हम सभी के समक्ष व्यक्त करें। आदरणीय ब्रिजमोहन भाई।
ओम शांति, ओम शांति। बिल्कुल पीछे वाले सुन रहे हैं?
The one who is sitting at the far back, are you all listening?
आज
Today,
प्यारे बाबा ने हम बच्चों को जो होमवर्क दिया है,
today beloved Babdada has given us homework.
आज याद करवाया है।
So today Baba has reminded us about the homework, and this homework has to be noted down and underlined.
5 अवस्थाओं की ड्रिल बताई हुई
Baba spoke about the drill of the 5 forms.
है, उसको बार बार करें।
Again and again we have to repeatedly practice it.
हो सकता है करें,
Baba said as much you can do it.
8 बार जरूर।
But at least 8 times you have to definitely do.
रात को सोने से पहले
And before you go to sleep at night,
8 बार से कम हुआ हो तो
if it is less than 8, then you have to complete it.
आप चाहते हैं तो सुबह ही 8 बार कर लें।
And if you think, then in the morning itself you have to do it 8 times.
इष्ट देवताओं में आना है,
And if you want to become the beads of the 8 rosary,
कष्टों से दूर रहना है तो
you will have to practice for 8 times.
खास बात
And secondly,
अपनी कमाई को कैसे बढ़ाएं।
you have to increase your income.
ये कहा था,
Baba had said this before.
तो अपनी पुरुषार्थ की कमाई है। बहुत से भाई बहन
One thing is you have to make effort and earn an income.
बाबा ने अब दूसरी बात बहुत आसान बताई है।
Now, secondly, Baba said very easily, you have to keep everyone content. You have to be content with everyone.
अपनी कमाई से कई गुना ज्यादा। और तीसरी बात बताई है
And thirdly,
कि सेवा, हम जानते हैं सेवा से कमाई होती है।
we know that we earn an income by doing service.
स्वार्थ भाव नहीं लाना है,
We have to do altruistic service.
नम्रता।
There should be no consciousness of I and mine.
तो तीनों फार्मूले से कमाई करके और 8 बार बाबा को याद करके
8 times we have to remember Baba.
मत को पालन
We have to follow Baba's Shrimat, and then we will always be in the canopy of the Father.
तो बाबा ने हमको मनाई दी है
You all have come for the special occasion, Holi. So Baba gave us the congratulations and greetings of Holi.
जला देते हो
So we have to burn all the old sanskars. We have to be colored in the color of Baba's company.
गुणों के शक्तियों के रंग लगाता है जब रंग लग जाते हैं तो फिर मंगल मिलन मनाते हो दुनिया वाले
We have to fill ourselves with the color of virtues and powers, and then it will be like celebrating spiritual meeting. So you all will go now. So Om Shanti.
अब हम सभी 3 मिनट बाबा की याद में
3 minutes we will sit in Baba's remembrance.
तब तक आप सभी अपने स्थान पर जो खड़े भी हैं कृपया बैठ जाएं बाबा की याद में।
खुशहाल कर दिया हाँ खुशहाल कर दिया हो बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया हमारे बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया उलझन में मार्ग बताया आपने
हम तो थे उलझन में मार्ग बताया आपने
हम तो थे गफलत में आके जगाया आपने
हम तो थे गफलत में आके जगाया आपने
आपकी मीठी दृष्टि ने हमको निहाल कर दिया हाँ निहाल कर दिया हो बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया